King Energy Mindset, the weight of the crown, why power demands solitude. Every man craves power, whether he admits it or not. The power to lead, to command, to shape his destiny. But what most men don't understand is this: power always comes with a price, and the heaviest price of all is solitude. The myth of constant brotherhood. Society tells you to always stay connected, that you need endless friends, constant feedback, and daily validation. But kings are not made in the crowd. They are forged in silence, in isolation, in the dark rooms where no applause exists. The truth? The higher you climb, the lonelier it becomes. Not because people vanish, but because fewer people can understand your vision, your hunger, your fire. The average man fears solitude. The king embraces it as the crucible of clarity, solitude as the forge of vision. Great men withdraw not to escape the world, but to see it from above. In solitude, distractions die. In solitude, illusions fade. In solitude, the vision sharpens. Think of it. Generals plan their wars not in the noise of the battlefield, but in the quiet of the war room. CEOs map billion-dollar strategies behind closed doors. Seducers refine their frame not in public chaos, but in private stillness. The man who cannot sit alone with his thoughts is a man who cannot lead others. Solitude is not emptiness. It is power concentrated. Women and the pull of the lone wolf. Here's the paradox. Women claim they want a man who is always available, always present, always comforting. But deep down, they crave the man who belongs to something higher than them. The man who disappears into solitude radiates mystery. He does not give himself cheaply. His absence creates presence. His mission comes first, and that makes his attention priceless. Weak men suffocate women with neediness. Strong men create space with solitude, and women lean into that gravitational pull. Business and the solitary strategist. In business, solitude is where breakthroughs happen. Meetings produce noise. Teams produce execution. But vision is born in silence. When you remove yourself from constant chatter, you see patterns no one else sees. You notice cracks in the market. You imagine systems competitors can't even conceive. Most entrepreneurs drown in meetings and messages. Kings step back, disconnect, and return with strategies that dominate for decades. Wealth and the fortress mentality. Money without solitude is wasted. Why? Because when you're surrounded by noise, you spend to impress, not to build. You buy toys to gain approval, instead of creating structures that secure legacy. Solitude forces you to confront your true motives. Do you want wealth to be seen or to be sovereign? The man who retreats into solitude builds not just wealth, but fortresses. Fortresses that protect him, his mission, and his bloodline. The crown is heavy. Here's the truth most men never face. The more power you gain, the less company you can keep. Not everyone can sit at the table of kings. Not everyone can carry the weight of your vision. Leadership demands solitude because kings must think where soldiers cannot. You can't lead if you're addicted to being liked. You can't command if you need constant approval. The crown is heavy because it requires you to walk paths others fear, to carry responsibilities others cannot, to endure solitude others avoid. Conclusion: embrace the solitude of power. Power and solitude are inseparable. If you crave one, you must accept the other. Most men run from silence because it reveals their weakness. Kings walk into silence because it amplifies their strength. So ask yourself, can you sit alone for hours with only your thoughts? Can you build in silence without applause? Can you disappear from the crowd and return as someone unrecognizable? Because the man who masters solitude does not just survive the weight of the crown, he wears it with ease. The battlefield builds your strength. Solitude sharpens your vision. Together, they forge the king.
King energy